Well. Hello, everybody. Here, Rec. Now you can do it. Need making the lights blue. At least some of them. I don't like it when the software doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, there you go. Yeah. We're back. We got a PC build happening today. I've been thinking about moving this camera over here onto this side so it actually is looking at me and then into my background here. I mean, it'd be a pain in the ass to move it, but I could. Actually, maybe I kind of couldn't. It'd be tough because of the way I use it with the magic arm. We're here on a Tuesday night and we're going to be building a gaming PC. I'll show you guys the parts at the table up there, but you can see some of them right here. We do have some of the smaller parts I can show you. Kabling. Look at that. SK Hynix Platinum P41, 2 TBs. 2 TBs. Base. Ryzen 7 9700X, I believe this is. Yes. 9700X. It'll still work. Big ones here. 5070, given away in the title. We got Ryu in the house, Rack in the house, Dogcoin in the house. We're streaming to YouTube and Twitch tonight. Good to have you all here. This box has already been opened. You probably opened it to look at it. But something that I thought was interesting about this box I was given. $539. Y'all heard me? $539. Want to see it a little clearer? I think it was a return. Look, it says incomplete, sold as is. I mean, as long as there's a graphics card in there, who cares, right? Like, oh, it's missing an adapter of some kind. Oh, you know what? I guess it needs the power. Ooh, that could be bad. Let's check that before we start. Because if it's, well, I mean, I guess I could always put it together, but if it's missing the 16 pin, we're gonna have a problem. Like, that's the one thing that should not be missing is the 16 pin. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. All right, we're okay. 1050 Ti. Well, that would also suck. But when we get Windows installed on it, it will suck less. Well, rather, we'll be able to see what's going on. Here's an interesting one. When's the last time any of you guys have seen one of these? Ooh. Ah. Now, these were just parts that were brought to me. Yehonatan, what's up? These are parts that were brought to me. I had no input, so just FYI, no input on them. They were just brought to me. For you, you'll like this one. Dragon. MSI Mag 750. Gold rated. 80 plus gold. And it's also cybernetics gold. Wait, does this have a native 16 pin? It's got the 8 pins, got the 6 plus 2, 6 plus 2, a 4 plus 4. Oh, it does have a native 16 pin. Nice. That's going to be nice. Native 16 pin on here. Hey, yep. And the motherboard we're going with, Gigabyte B650. This should be fine. RAM go. RAM's already in the motherboard, so I was just looking for an empty packaging of it. Doesn't really matter. RAM and CPU are case. Harder to show on the camera. Land Cool 216. I'll show you this. Boop. One of these. Too cool. Yeah, I'm under the impression it has pre-installed fans, which means we'll probably end up getting this build done in a reasonable amount of time. Who'd have thunk it? Why are my fans stuck? My lights are stuck on blue now. Dogcoin, what did you do? Okay, there's red. And they all go red as expected. Now come off of red, please. And go back to your default. Settings. The default state is purple. Why are all these things not working now? Like, it's all here. Channel points. Yeah. Mix it up overlays right there. Just takes a second to warm up or what? My lights are getting stuck. I think it's been long enough. Not all of them changed. We're having problems again. That's cool. Why are the things not working? Let's see. Which one did FBI open up? If I play it over here, test. FBI, open up! That worked. Oh, it lost its connection. What is this? The services have disconnected. This. Oh, there we go. Now it looks like it reconnected. And if we were to do it over here again, yeah, yes, hit those hearts. Love it. What's happening here? It shows I have the connection. And flashbang, if I trigger it here, does it work? Yeah, it does. Ow. Okay. So why didn't the command work? Oh, yeah. Maybe I just need to redo it. Let's see. OBS Studio. Test connection. Disconnect. Let me reconnect it. I think maybe my WebSocket password changed, and that's probably what the problem is. Could not connect. Yep. Okay. So, WebSocket. Let's see. What do I do? There we go. Looks like it reconnected. Okay. Back to Twitch points, channel points. We refresh the mix it up overlay. Okay. Should be good. Let's do Crater. The test. Okay. So Crater works. Now let's try the command for Crater. And nothing. What the heck is the problem now? Well, this is not going to be a stream points troubleshooting stream. So there's that. Sucks that they seem to work, but they don't. We check the channel points end over here. Everything is turned on. My lights again stuck on red. Let's just restart these apps. Because I did have to reset OBS a couple of times. And let's get some background music going. Okay. Okay, so let's get Lumia stream back up and running. No thanks. No thanks. All right. Now we get Mix It Up back up and running. Why is Lumia stream bugging out like that? Okay. All right. Make lights blue. Redeem. Yes, I see you say no connection to the overlay. Don't worries. Don't worries. The lights didn't change colors. So that's cool. That's cool. Everything worked the last time I streamed in here, so this is a little annoying. If I do this and I do this, is it gonna make it go crazy? Yep. Blah 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 blah. And then the thing is, if I do the commands from here, Twitch points, make lights green. There it is. That's my command test for it. Okay, and the green lights should go back to purple after an amount of time. So we also now have servers have disconnected Twitch pub sub. What? Come on. All right. Okay. So we have Mix It Up is back. Twitch channel points. Raider time. All right. Now what about the redeem? Crater. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I'll have to deal with this a little later. My lights don't switch back either, so that's cool. Default state. All my lights are supposed to go back to a default state after a short amount of time. So if I check the command, I go to next step, 100 channel points to make lights green, duration 20 seconds. That's it. And after 20 seconds, it goes back to default state. But that's not happening. So of course, Lumia always chooses to screw me. Let's reopen it. Fine, we'll update because it constantly asks me to update. Well, look at all that spam. See, look, Rio, you doomed me. Now I'm stuck on updating software. And that might be the case for Mix It Up too. Because it's been asking for updates like crazy, but oh geez. Well, that's just Lumia. Mix It Up might break other stuff. I don't really want to do that right now, so we'll just leave it at that. I know what to do in the meantime. Bum, bum, bum. This is a you problem? End it all off. We'll bring them back at a later time. Yeah. But yes, it is just about PC building time. As Lumia is installed here, well, it doesn't matter anymore because I took the, well, let me see if I can change the light colors. Blue, green, red, and party lights. First, party lights. Party lights. Oh, yeah. Why is this patch taking so long? That looks terrible. The tweet is out. Nobody has interacted with it. That's fun. That's just how it goes. YouTube, how you guys looking? You guys are looking good. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see here. And we're going to begin here in a second. Let's just go to that camera. Mic test? Yeah, we're good. All right, so let's get the stuff on the table. What are we starting with here? We're going to verify that things are installed on the motherboard correctly. Some attempts were made before it was brought to me. Oh, wait, there's so much headspace here. Oh, I got to fix that on the camera. One second. Works for me. Okay. This board has Wi-Fi M.2 screws, the rubber stoppers. I never look at the manual to tell me to inform me on what these rubber stoppers are for. The Wi-Fi antennas. Hey, the command works again. The lights are now blue. Rubber bits might be for PSU vibration dampening. Included with a motherboard? Oh, for a B650 board, this feels really nice. Oh, good. You got the RAM sticks. G-Skill Flare X. What speeds? 6,000. Yeah. What's the CL? CL36. Run of the mill. Good choice. Solid. Currently, the motherboard still has the plastic clip for the stock cooler. It does have an integrated I/O shield, so I am happy about that because I didn't see an I/O shield when I first fired this up. Is it a little dark or is it just me? This looks okay. Yeah, it looks fine enough. RAM looks good. CPU has big old fingerprint on it. I'll have to clean that off. Cool. Well, while we're here, what we're going to be doing is installing the M.2 SSD. So let's grab a screwdriver. Wait, does it have the Wi-Fi already on here? Yeah, I don't got to add no dumb Wi-Fi card. Finer. No, you don't. They put a big screw on this one actually. Still smaller than the one I have on there though. Okay. If only there was a manual that told us exactly what goes there, Ryu, huh? Okay, so do I have to peel anything off? I do. Let's install that SSD. We got a Platinum P41 right here. Dun, 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 dun. I have that same SSD, but 1 TB. Same. Well, actually, I have the ones before this. That's a 1 TB. It's an SK Hynix, something plus. I forget what it was. It was gold instead of purple like these ones. These ones came after, I believe, Intel. SK Hynix bought out Intel's SSD operations, and I have the one that came from before that. It could be. Okay. Oh, there's no SSD in here. Wait. Is it clamped in there? No. It is? I haven't seen this before. Right? Like, you'd think this and look and think it's missing, right? Yeah, it is under. Yeah. Right, Shorty? If I pulled this out of the box, you thought it's missing. Right? But look, I open it up like this, like, and then there it is. That got you too? That's a problem. They need to write something on their packaging. Keep going. Don't report it lost. Looks like I need to change. No, that won't matter actually. Dude, the VRM heat sinks on these things is serious business. Okay, so with these ones, I generally don't put the screw in. I usually just clamp it down with the force of the heatsink because that has a screw on it. So we're gonna peel. Does look like we need a little bit more light, huh? I'll change the settings here in a second. All right, and then now just rest it on there. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go. Just a quick little setting adjustment, nothing crazy. Okay, SSD officially in. CPU officially in. RAM officially in. But in order to prep for the cooler, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to take these plastic guys off. I doubt that the Assassin, this cooler right here, Assassin, thermal right, Assassin X 120, should be fine for a 9700X. I probably would have gone with one of the bigger, like the bigger ones, but it should be fine. Okay. Um, yes, the mounting on it probably doesn't support the plastic clips, so I need to refer to the manual to be completely sure, though. Don't want to make unnecessary work. Okay. Let's refer to the manual, my friends. AM5. Yep, it says to remove the plastic guy. Figured, figured as much. Okay, here we go. Do, 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 do. So I turned the music down on my headset. The background music for me too. Okay. Only downside is when you take these ones out, sometimes the back plate doesn't stay in. Fortunately, it looks like this one's staying in, so this will need to go into their own little baggie. Let's get the cooler installed next. Good. Thermalite TF4. I do like that thermal paste. Shouldn't need RGB fan. Wait a second. Do I have another one of these? I do. And when am I actually going to need it? A single RGB fan? Right? It has two clips. I can upgrade them to push pull. That might be a nice addition for his for the 9700X on here. Help extra keep it cool, you know? What do we vote, you guys? Vote add the second fan from my stash at no additional charge. Just, I just happen to have it. Okay, so I believe the AMDs always use the red standoffs and screws. This pack right here. AM4, AM5. Come on, chat, tell me. We go push pull for him? Is it worth going push pull on a 4 heat pipe cooler? Anything helps, you think? I don't think the 9000 series ran hot, if I remember correctly. So just don't remember completely off the top of my head right now. It's the 7000 series that were the hot boys until the X3Ds. This is non X3D. Okay, so it doesn't really say which way these ones go. There is a far and there is a close, it looks like. Oh no, it looks the same. For plastic standoffs. It doesn't really say any specific way to put them. Let me get the brackets. Did it come with extra clips? It did. It came with one extra clip, and that's all I would need to add the fan into a push pull. Now I could do it with like an identical fan, or I could just do it with some other random fan. I have literally one identical spare fan. So like the situations where I find myself just needing a single fan, few and far between. So it's like, is it a might as well kind of thing, or should I just hold on to it and for I don't know some other projects? Who cares? Get rid of it, use it. It's their problem now. Ha Okay. Let's see. Okay, 6 threads stick out when I do it that way. If I do it that way, from the very first thread at 7. It's hard to say, damn it. Yeah, it's about the same. Okay. What is that noise I just heard? Kind of like plastic unraveling. It came from in front of me, so it was weird. Okay, so then from there, we go with Los Brackets. I have a couple of Burst Assassins, similar but different. I did push pull on those. Did you notice a difference, or did you just go with it straight away? I thought they're supposed to be curved. I remember these being curved. Well, I guess on the bigger ones they're curved. On the smaller one they're straight. Yeah, they are. Okay, so then if I'm go facing up like that, assuming they're gonna go like this, but now do they go out or do they go in? That's the next question. And it looks like they go out. AM4 mounting hole is corner. The elongated one. So like, hey, wait a second, that's not right. Because I have to put it like this if it's going to go like that, not like that. All right, don't do this to me again. Yeah, they go out and they screw into the corners. So it would be like this, but now we can see that there's a problem. Kind of. It looks like it's like, okay, this is, I don't like this that much. You see how the mounting hole is cut? That's the mounting hole it goes in, and it's like that on all sides. It's a little sketchy. Yeah, it's not like a hole, right? It's a little weird to me, okay? Why would they do that? The instructions don't show it like that. Yeah, yeah, we only want it cut? No, 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 no. We need them uncut. We need them uncut. See, like the problem, if it was a complete hole, I wouldn't have had that little problem that I just had. It's pretty dumb. I see that it is going to work. It's just like off-putting. Shrinkflation. Did that save them like a half a penny on every cooler they make? Gary or Pratis? Ooh man, what's up MMA holes? Um, I gotta go with Gary. Although I'm not a huge fan of him, I think he has it. I'm sad. We had a lot going on this last card on that day, and I only got to see like barely a few fights in passing. I'm actually glad Volkanovski won. Guy deserves it, and Lopez is still young, so he'll be fine. He fought really well. Now I don't want to over tighten on these like half holes because I'm just feels like it'd slip out. Okay. Well, they're in. There are so many good fights, dude. Dominic Reyes winning. I'm glad I saw him win, and I'm like, we're so back. Like, you know, local guy for me at least. Okay, well, I mean, that's it. At this point, I just screw the cooler, huh? Throw that one too. No, I think I'm gonna make the cooler box like the spare, the miscellaneous parts box. In the old days, it was the motherboard box, but nowadays you don't have that much stuff left over like before. Who's your pick? Who's your pick, Gary? You guys, MMA holes? Tell me. Okay, so now let's throw some thermal paste up on this. That should do it. Loot. If you guys want to get a closer look at my application here, I always put a good glob in the center, and because the CCDs has the chips in the bottom, below that, I give it a little extra right there on those spots, and then when it spreads, it all meets up. We're out full coverage. It's nice. And then I just dab the tip off on the rest of it, on the above it. I don't like this screwdriver for this part. This screwdriver from Scythe, love it. Love it. For installing coolers like this, it's the best. Huh. B650 can natively take 9000 series, right? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. It's been a little while. Think so? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Ria. Thank you. Okay. Dang it. I answered Ian Gary and the MMA holes left. Thought we were going to have a good conversation about that. Looks perfect. 800 series mobile should do 9,000. Well, I mean, Generally, now that like 9000 has been out a while, these get, hopefully there's a recent revision that already has the right BIOS on it. It does say revision 1.2 on it. If anybody wanted to just do a quick pokey poke at the website to see if 1.2, a revision of this motherboard, Gigabyte B650 Gaming X AX V2, already had it. The fact that it's a V2 to me tells me that it probably has it. It's fine. V1 would insinuate 7000 series to me. Haven't watched MMA in a minute. All good. All good. Let's get these fans installed. One clip. Usually B series and the kind of X boards. And, oh yeah. I guess because B usually comes out later. I don't know if they come out so much later that the next gen's already out, but like again, it's a revision 1.2, not a 1.0 or 1.1, and the board itself is calling itself a V2. Why would you need a V2, right? 7000 series was first on AM5, and then came 9000 series and a V2 to come out with the next gen of CPUs. Just makes sense to me. But I love installing the fans like this outside the case. It's so stress free. Just goes right on. You don't got to worry about squeezing your hands in and doing funky shit. Oh, oh, I see the difference between this fan and my fan. And it's a good thing that the fan that I have is what it is, because this one only has a one straight PWM and one RGB connector, and that's it. The other one, this one has the ability to daisy chain them. So it's funny that they include two clips, but a fan that only supports one connection. Mired Media. Amniag and Yoshi in the house. Let's see, given the time right now, I'm guessing it was Jakob. But I saw the game you guys were playing earlier, the name of it at least, and that was Screaming Peter. Oh, but it was you. Okay, I was right in my first guess. Let's go, baby. Welcome, welcome. How was that game, anyways? I'd like to know more. We're building a computer, you guys. We're building a Ryzen 7 9700X system with, I don't know the RAM. The parts were just dropped off with me. I had no say in the part selection. It is generally pretty good part selection though. What kind of kit is this? 16 gigs X2, which is a 32 gig kit. Solid. Solid. I'm gonna throw on one of my own thermal take fans on these guys because I have a fan that I can put this in the push pull. The Last of Us 2 isn't a Peter game. He likes Capcom. No. I thought I saw something about like some simulator or something. Maybe it wasn't a go live message that was old. Oh, it was something a little weirder. Not unlike like power washing simulator. Something like, I don't know. It was something that threw me off, and it was something like that. So, Last of Us 2, is he playing it because Ferret, what's up, dude? Is he playing it because well, the series is back. That motherboard supports 9700X as long as the BIOS is later than F30. Well, when I try to boot, we'll find out. We'll have to find out if it can do BIOS flashback. It does have a BIOS USB port, so it looks like we'll be fine. I'll just throw F30 on my BIOS flasher drive and then throw it on there. Okay. Second fan. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Again, we're just building his PC. I had somebody reach out to me saying I have all the parts, but I don't know what to like putting it together. But they did manage to put the RAM and the CPU in, so props to them. This is the GPU that will be going in. RTX 5070 that was obtained for $539. You Shorty also says welcome Raiders and good night. Think all the M5 motherboards have USB BIOS flashback. Smart. The games Peter been playing on Maya recently are Repo. Oh shit, he's been playing Repo? Well, probably doing Friends, the Friends stuff, huh? Repo's probably got some good moments. Dead Space 2, classic. Monster Hunter Wilds, of course. With the friends, I gotta get in there with them one of these days. I can't just build him a PC and not play with him, or rather, play with the hardware that he's using. It's just that timing sucks. Like I literally am not free most nights until like after 9 o'clock. Where's that other clip? Did you guys see where the other clip went? The raid distracted me. Throw it back in here. Back in there. What in the world? We used to be on Fridays. I usually stream with my friends on Fridays. No clip. Clip. Okay, the mystery of the mystery clip has begun. And now we begin searching. Right as I was about to put it on, too. Where could it have gone? Anyway, it's getting late. Have a great night, Christian Chat. I hope you can find what you're looking for. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the raid. You on the 10 seconds. I'm gonna check the VOD. Oh wow, what the heck? Good night, dude. Wait, no. Like I have extra clips. I can go get extra clips, but just I just saw it here and now it's not there. So weird. Like it's not on there. It's not in here. I'll check again. Dude, we stole it. Y'all, like I know there was a second clip. It's gonna drive me nuts. All right, I guess I'm just gonna grab a spare. But I'm like seriously stumped. Where the heck could it have gone? We'll go backwards on YouTube since it's easier to do it there. It's me looking. Box is right there, but the box seems to be blocking it. Okay, that was just me looking at the fan. Heck, I don't know. I still can't quite tell. My guess is it fell off the table and probably slid under my. Um, okay, so there's the mired raid. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I'm guessing. I figured it out, you guys. You guys want to know how I figured it out? Want to know what I figured out? Come on, give me some ideas. Whoa, that was a fast ban. All I saw in here was a ban. I didn't even see the other message. You never had the clip. You're right. For some reason, in my head, and this happened last time too, I saw one clip and thought, we're good, one clip per fan. And then I used both clips and I thought to myself, where's the extra clip? There was never an extra two clips in this case. All right, if I want to push pull this sucker, let me go grab some clips. I will be right back. I had to get another set of clips for V5 to do push pull. Okay, I got more clips here. Let's hope these clips work. I don't know why. Because, okay, this is what happened the last cooler install. One, I noticed it didn't have a sticker on the cold plate. Thought that was weird. Two, I counted 3 clips included in the package. And I'm like, oh, we'll be fine. 3 clips? That's enough for 3 fans. And then it was not enough for 3. It wasn't even enough for 2 fans. So that was a weird package that was missing a clip and missing a sticker on the cold plate. Everything else was there. It was a weird Thermalright Assassin Spirit install, but whatever, we got through it. Okay. So these clips are bigger, but they still work. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're different clips. Still gets the job done though. Okay, so now this fan allows me to daisy chain. So I can go to the CPU fan. Connect the front one to the daisy chain slot. The loop is closed. We are now good. Okay, now front fan has RGB, and in this case, so does the back fan. But what we're gonna do is look for the addressable RGB, which is at the bottom. Do we have one up top? Wait, yeah, we do. Nice. We have it right there. Cool. I like how we can close the loop for RGB and fan connections at the top, so there's less messing around with cables. See, Zalman? Look how easy this is. Look at that. And just like that, RGB is all connected. So we're going to direct this down to the side. This wire mesh right here will just feed through the hole in the top of the case. It looks like we are ready to get the case and begin the insertion process. Why you say it like that? Just I'm gonna insert the motherboard into the case. How else would you say it? I do have to like this about Landly. So take you out. They got these cover plates. Not sure what that is. Bracket of some kind. I suppose this is a GPU anti-sag bracket. Look at that screw kit. With zip ties and everything. And a nice little organizer box. They know their roots. Slide over here. You know who did that first? Fantex. So Ryu, speaking of Fantex, I'd like to offer you a deal. I give you a Fantex case. I receive nothing. Sound like a deal to you? Oh, sorry, not just Fantex case. Fantex case and Revolt 1200 power supply that can support 2 computers. Ain't no catch. I just don't want that big ass thing in my house anymore. I don't have it right now. Way Fast Whitey has it, and well, Matt, who you've now met, and he's been using it, but he is now splitting it up. And no longer has a use for the case or the power supply. I can't really see myself using it either. I could put my computer in it and then put the NUC inside of it. Be weird. I don't have space for the Lux. That thing is giant. What a shame. Downsize to an NV5? Nah, forget it. Make space. Get a Lux. Put a second computer in there. Okay, here we have the LandCool 216. 216? 216, yeah. So let's lay this puppy down. So we're just going to stick with the stock fans in here. 2 intakes, 1 exhaust. That's positive pressure. And it has ventilation kind of along the bottom for the fan, for the GPU to sort of try to pull air from below. So we'll be all right. Have the O11 Vision Compact that I don't know what to do with. Oh no. Just an extra one hanging out? What'd you replace it with? Okay. That's a nice one too, right? I also have Paul's Hardware's, Paul, his Singularity case. It's in my garage. If you guys are familiar with the Singularity cases, they sure are something. The only downside is the fan in the rear is not RGB. I don't think it's going to matter when I have the push-pull fan configuration butted up right against it, so whatever. Only have the Air Mini. I got a Landy right there. My O11 Dynamic. The originator of the trend. Okay, let's see. Do I need... Let's see. Top has 3. That looks right to me. Down 1, over 1. That looks right. Over 1 all the way. The Intel one down to the bottom corner. Is that right? Bottom 2 that are next to each other. That looks correct. I've got to Google that one. Singularity, you said. That's correct. You could even, let's see here. I can actually even pull up the video of Paul building in it. Paul's Hardware, Singularity. Yep, that's it. He took the power supply out, which I'm sad about. Here it is. If he left the power supply in, that would have been sick, but I don't blame him. For those on YouTube wondering what I'm talking about, I literally have this case in my garage. Link is in the video. Yep, you're welcome. Looks like we can just drop in the motherboard. Lots of space on the right. This isn't a compact ATX. It's just a good old ATX size. But we need the screws for the motherboard first before we really get going. Let's look at this. If I remember correctly, this kind of comes off too. It does. I see the screws for it. I don't need to do anything. Oh, do I load the power supply in from this side? I shouldn't have to. Okay. Thank you for your purchase. We have all sorts of extra screws, rubbers. Oh, for fans through radiators. Zippy ties. I'm gonna guess this is the motherboard screws. So we're just go. Oh, it comes with the. Is that a tightening tool? Oh, nice. And it comes with some extra standoffs and a standoff tightening tool. So now that that's like that, now I actually want to double check that the standoffs are screwed in tightly, because that could be a problem sometimes. Some companies don't screw them in tightly enough, and then if you screw a thing in on it, then unscrew it, it brings the standoff with it. And that is a frustrating problem when that happens. Yeah, everything couldn't get like a quarter turn on it. Just making sure that that does not happen. Screw with confidence. Yeah. Okay, which screws are for the standoff? Is it these? Seems like it is. Seeing other cases wild, right? And I just have it sitting in my garage. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, I don't plan to put a build in it. So, and I can't, it's way too delicate to ship. So that's the reason he ended up giving it to me, because I told him I'm very, very, very barely interested in it. If nobody else takes him up on the offer that's local to pick it up from him, I'll take it off his hands. And then like a week goes by, probably no biters. There's 6. And then he hit me up. We met up. He vlogged it. I was one of his videos. I gave him him and Joe some free T-shirts, some CG shirts, and the rest is history. Christopher Yee did offer to take it, and then one time he actually stopped by my house, and I forgot to give it to him. I'm stupid. Motherboard going in. Start with the bottom. Start with the bottom. It's a little weird right now. What is bumping into something? Let's see. Can't tell if it's bumping into something to do with the rear fan. I'm gonna loosen it up. Doesn't really look like I can get that fan out of the way though. I can't really scooch it, do much with it to lift it upwards, just sideways. I don't see any reason for it to be interfering. Okay, let's unscrew that down here. The wire catch? No, no wires are caught. This is the problem with integrated I/O shields though, because that's what it seems like it's catching on. Hey, Robert Fixit, what is up? Welcome to the stream. A fan, you say? It's like an alignment post. Well, an alignment. It's a standoff with a lip on it that you can still put a screw in it. And I need to probably just line it up and push that one out. There's two hands. Okay, and with that one aligned, I could do the rest of them. Doing well. Now part of the Core Ultra family, just breaking around. What'd you get? 285? I don't remember if those could overclock well, or if it was even worth doing. Something to think about. We'll push you into Core Ultra. We're just doing some motherboard screws now. What you building? Oh right, 9700X, 32 gigs of RAM, CL36, 6000, 2 terabyte SSD, RTX 5070. This is a Thermalright Assassin Spirit 120. Sorry, Assassin X. It's not the Spirit. And a Gigabyte B650 Gaming X AX V2 motherboard. Now, I didn't choose these parts, FYI. These parts were brought to me. I was asked to assemble the computer. One last standoff. There we go. Disclaimer, right? I mean, here's the cool thing about the 5070 they got. 539. Okay, we're locked in there. You can lift up and take the back panel off, pull some cables through the back, and get the power supply installed. Open box seal? That's my guess. It says as is on it. Gotta retighten the fan here. Looks like it has onboard Wi-Fi 6. See that, Snid? Even brand new parts, still only Wi-Fi 6. Get the back panel off. I like how the cables back here are already like kind of routed. I mean, they're not routed where I want them to be, so it just looks nice the way it did. A little ugly. Not happy about it, but we will make it work. We'll do some stuff with some zip ties once we're at that point. Twisty tie. Twisty tie. Do like how they have Velcro pre-placed and everything. Oh, look at this. Fan with ARGB hub. Oh, it's a fan hub and an RGB hub up here already. That is very nice. Very nice. What is this? Is this for the motherboard? Yeah, I think it is. It would probably help if I looked at the manual. So the cable that's on the back. Oh, I have to connect the RGB of the fans. They're pre-installed, but not pre-connected. Fun. There's a cable grommet bar. Where to install vertical graphics card installation. I guess I could do that, but it didn't. They didn't include the riser, so I guess I can't do that. Oh, it's a rear fan bracket that you can install. What? No, that's dope. You can mount a fan directly to where the air pushes for the GPU on this guy. With this bracket right here. It goes here. And then you can mount a fan to directly feed it, and you can position it where it doesn't block the I/O. Either feed it or further extract air, depending on how you want to use it. But yeah, that's an interesting feature. Imagine like externally mounted fans are gonna go back into style. Well, we're not using that today, but that explains why I've seen some of those brackets. The cable sold separately. That one device is a GPU anti-sag bracket. We'll see if I need that. It's interesting because you have to take out motherboard standoffs in order to use it, and that's what the little rubber guys are for you. It's they go on the bracket that holds the GPU up. I do like that old school circular fan grow look. Yeah. And exchange installation at front bracket. That's fine. I'm not dealing with that. I just wanted to see the not the hard drive cage, the RGB connector, cable management, cable channel, ARGB hub, controller tray. Reset. Okay. Okay, cool. Connect to motherboard. Yeah, that's what it's for. Connect to motherboard fan header. Probably won't need that, but I will probably connect it to like a chassis one, maybe. Okay, cool. Let's lay it down. With this. So we won't be fooling around with a whole lot in here. Well, let's see here. Undo, undo, undo. I think we will be connecting all these. That's funny. I wanted to try an external fan. Did not know existed. Yeah, check it out. Landcool 216. And the best part is these cases aren't that expensive. I think it's $110 for this case. We do have Type C. Okay, I laid it down on its face a little too soon. I do want to plug the motherboard RGB in though. Let's get that out. I like how it has these tension clips over here. You can see them on the overhead camera. They're tension clips for wire management down this channel on the side. That's neato. That cable tie off. Don't want to see what we're dealing with here. Have one for power, one for fan, one for RGB, and it's ARGB. And the ARGB input I can put down here in the bottom. It is that. You will be bottom, and you will also be bottom. Now let's stand you up. The singularity case is amazing, right? It's also kind of intimidating, if I'm being honest. Okay, so let's get the fan hub connected to something in here. Sorry about that. Fan 3. Fan 1. Nah, it's okay. It's connected now. You like how my screwdriver is also a flashlight? RGB. Instantly, when all your PC components still cost less than the case you put them in. Yeah, he gave it to me for free, but still, it's not something I like. I would want to do a showcase build in it, but that's not the kind of stuff that I do. So I took it because maybe I could find somebody that would want to, and I still haven't yet. I knew somebody who was kind of interested, but now I'm kind of interested in saying for him to build one, put it in there, and run it, and just use it as a computer at his brewery or something. Oh, Zalman! What up, Zalman? How were the siege matches? Doing the 5070 PC build with the 9700X, 32 gigs of RAM, a Thermalright Assassin, not Spirit, just Assassin Refined, Assassin X Refined 120, and a Landley case. 5050. Hey, that sounds like a 1.0 KDR, and that's not bad. We got a Type C connection. Looks like you look over here. The annoying part with these Type C's. Well, actually, this is not too bad. Somewhere else I can plug it in? No. That answer is no. Let's keep going. Cool. Front Type C. Through the grommets as well. Now connected to. It's a little awkward. That's going to be a problem for the graphics card. Big time. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Just in a weird position. The audio. The classic. I'm pretty sure I see where it goes. Let's use the light. For the Raid Zalman, welcome Raiders. Front panel, all in one connector. I love you. Oh, but we got a problem. This motherboard don't like those kinds of connectors. I don't think. SPI TPM, front USB. B. Strange if you ask me. Comes with the front panel connector, but no breakout cable for it. Usually if like a motherboard is not compatible with the front panel connector, there's a breakout for it. An optional breakout. But I guess we're going to find out. Okay, so according to the instructions, the power LED is pin 1. So if I'm looking at it like this, actually I can't tell. Does it have a mark? It does. Okay. Looking at it like this, power LED is pin 1 and 3. But not power LED. So it looks like start power LED speaker. Dude, that's not good. I don't think this is gonna work. So power switch are pins 7 and 6, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the key, and then it's 10. 10. 7 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? How can it be 7 and 6? Oh, sorry, I'm reading it wrong. It's 5 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's the 2 top ones. If I can just line that up, I'll be happy. 2 top ones. Power. 2 top ones next to the key. Wait. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Two red ones. I think I got it. We'll see if that works. This leaves power LED speaker. But we have power LED top left. Yeah, 1. Okay. Yeah. Just needed a little bit of lining up, I guess. Okay, so front panel connectors are done. Now it's time for power supply. Get a drink of water real quick. Yeah, power supply. Let's do it. Got ourselves this guy. MSI Mag A750. GL PCIe 5 750 watt power supply. This should be fine. And it has native 16 pins, so I can go directly into the GPU. That'll be nice. Be a first for me. I haven't played one of these. ATX 5.0 compatible, or whatever, ATX 3.1 compatible with the high volt power native connector. Star International. I always used to think, anybody remember DFI? I always thought MSI and DFI were related companies. They very well could have been. But the DFI LAN party motherboards, legendary. DFI or the LAN cool? This is LAN cool. Huh? some of this stuff up here. I'll end up using the anti-sag bracket. We shouldn't need it, but we might need it. It is a 3-fan card and it is kind of big. My size shadow. What the heck is this? Like high quality flyer that you're just gonna throw away doing it here? The cables. Question: should I connect all his all of his modular cables, or just stick them back in the power supply box? If they're all connected, he can never lose them. It's surprisingly not that heavy. It's just a 750, I guess. Prefer to go on like this, but the fan. Oh, all right, Landley. Can never find those cables later. Exactly. Okay, Landley. How do you want me to put the power supply? They did not state. Landley, where do you want me to put the power supply? You guys suck. Give me a recommendation on how you want the power supply. Or don't. Fine, I guess. We get to it later in the manual, maybe? Does not appear to be. Back in the old days, before glass panels, we would tape all the accessories in the bottom of the case. Yeah, like in the hard drive cages. I like how when you buy some cases, there are all the accessories, little box in there. Well, let's layer down. Let's just see. Stupid HD audio cable's too thick. If I put the fan down, which is technically upside down for the power supply, this is annoying because I can't put the power supply in with the HD audio cable through the channel that makes it closer to come up from the bottom. But run the damn thing across. Annoying. Try that again now. Yeah, looks like that's going to be the play. Power supply upside down. All right, let's find out what we need to connect. Okay. Native 16 pin, I'll see you. Ooh, MSI did the yellow thing on the native 16 pin connector too. Okay, so have a look at that. Look at that. Native, and it's got the yellow thing that they've been talking about with the launch of the new GPUs. Okay, 12 volt 2x6. Oh, well, looks like that's the only one. Which one goes to the PC? Is it the same on both ends? Appears to be the same on both ends. It's a 5070. There's very low risk here. But it is plugged in all the way. I don't see any more yellow. Okay, we have some SATA. Plug-in is SATA. And Molex. That's really it for miscellaneous power. Now we just do the main ones. Come on, fat boys, where are you? That's you. You're over here. CPU. Doing this wrong? No, that's correct. That's a bigger one. You go up here. It's weird how they do that. You'd think it'd be next to it, not above it. Okay. Then just CPU power, and that's all of them. That's PCIe. That's PCIe. SATA. Copy and Molex. CPU. And other CPU. Okay. Wait a second. Yeah, okay, that's a CPU. The annoying part with this one is it's not clear which side goes into the CPU socket other than with the writing on it. But one side doesn't say PSU. But I can tell that the CPU one being splittable in half, that's the one that goes into the motherboard. Okay, that's all the power we'll need. Nice and simple. But it will be installing upside down into this case, so let's put that behind me first. Time for late dinner. Good to see you. Right on. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good dinner. But first, tell me what you're having. Fettuccine. Nice. That sounds tasty. Have a good dinner. Weeps. All right. Power supply officially in. If I'm gonna like speak a little softer, my wife went to sleep. She has to get up really early. Next data is this guy right here for the hub, and the rest of it just tucked away. So I'm just gonna plug it in, and that's it. So now he's prepped and ready for additional SATA power connector stuff. I could route the HD audio cable. It looks like there's enough of a passage. Let's try it because I really don't like the way that it is. Oh, it's the fans. Daisy chain. Okay. Yeah, buddy. That worked. We need to make sure that the front fans are actually pre-connected. It looks like they are. to that. CPU power, CPU power, calling CPU power. Oh, lucky me. This motherboard has two CPU power connectors, an 8-pin and a 4-pin. I'm going to have to stick my fingers up in there to wrangle in another one. The benefit of not having installed top fans. Okay, let's get into the connector. There you are. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So what I'm going to do this time, stick those fingers in there good, Zaddy. Wow. Did I say that? Actually, can I just pull it back? Let me break you up. Okay. We can. All right. Which ones are you? Are you the left or are you left Twix or right Twix? Lack of light, the way that I'm doing this, super frustrating. Okay. Square house on the top. Yeah, this looks right. Okay. It's plugged in. Then now, looking through. Then now, I flip you through. Pull you through. Okay, and before I go any further there, put the big boy plug in. Nice. Okay. CPU power over there. And another CPU power down here. And oh, Lethal, what's up, dude? Hey, sadly can't stay for too long because I have to wake up early tomorrow. I know our time zones, our time differences is just. I see you posting on Twitter, getting all that engagement, getting a lot of good comments on your questions. It's cool. It's awesome. Congrats on the success. Thanks for stopping by, and have a good rest and a good day at work, or for whatever you're getting up early for tomorrow. I have to get up pretty early tomorrow too, for my day job. I just want to build computers, buddy, and play games. Be sick. Keep it going. Hey, where am I gonna put my fingers? Where am I put? And I hit the mic. Where am I putting my fingers? For you, I'm sticking the fingers in. Easier to take the 16 pin out first. The light, covering the light every time I reach in is the worst. Have to pull it out. By pull it out, I mean plug it in, because I got it, bitch. Now to plug the 16 pin back in. Easy. Easy baby game. Well, the confidence at which how that one feels when I plug it in is not there at all. I'll just keep pushing on it. Okay. That should do it. Manage a little bit. Sweet. Okay. go into that cable management channel. Some weird, like the way it's been getting stuck while I try to route it in the channel feels a little odd. Yeah, I can cable manage everything now because all I have left is the graphics card. Okay, cool. But I can see at least because turn down the channel here, and I'm pretty sure I have everything plugged in. Make it pretty. Everybody knows that's my specialty. Taking this bundle over here. You're good. Out a little bit. Okay, I can. Yeah, that looks good. If I do it like that. That is enough to flatten. Then we'll be okay. You up here to make it look a little prettier. That. What do you guys think? Looks okay? Good enough for me. So let's get the graphics card in there and we can plug the power into that and then maybe throw this into the cable management. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jonathan. Actually, I'll wait to route it because I think I might be able to come up the side with it. Do have a little situation with it. And I have to zip tie this little bundle up here. Don't like that at all. There are zip ties in the box. I was on it backwards. Figures. Flipped it over and accidentally did it wrong again. It's like a USB. Okay, let's put one on the back and that'll clean it up a little bit. Okay, those are grouped together. We're good. Let's put the graphics card in. Here we have the MSI Shadow 3X RTX 5070. The adapter's here, we don't need it. Well, everything works correctly with it because it was only sold as is. Looks correct to me. Yeah. It's very plasticky. It doesn't really matter. If anything, that's good because it means it won't be so heavy and cause sand. So let's make sure I get the correct. Like it's the two below the top one. Go. Here we go. Man, this is kind of a funny looking 5070. It's reasonable size, dare I say. Doesn't feel ginormous like Zalman's. Cool. Anyways, that's HDMI. We might be using HDMI today. We'll see. I could always pop those out after. It's got something weird in it. It has dust in it. Hey, Spittlebug. What up? I just pulled this out of it. It's like a dust bunny. Weird. Living a good life. Hope you're well. I'm doing okay. And I hope you're doing good too. Living the good life, as you say. Screw it in before I can't. I scored MSRP 9070. Oh yeah. 599. Doing all right. Dude, sick. This is a below MSRP 5070, but that might explain the dust bunny because sold as is 539. Now I'm kind of curious if maybe the person bought this and then decided to return it and get a 9070 or 9070 XT. Who knows? I mean, that's my guess, if I'm being honest. That's what happened. All right, we can plug power into the graphics card now. Goes upside down. Just trying to plug it in the wrong way. I just want to. There we go. Get the right bend on the cable. Heard the click. Recently bought a Fantex XT Pro chonker case. Didn't even want one that big. If it was cheaper than basically everything else would fit the card. Damn. Fantex, Mr. U Dragon's favorite. I want a weird bend on it. That will work just like that. Go. That's the completed build right there. I'm going to put the back panel on, and then we'll shift over to getting it powered on, booted, poke around and BIOS a little bit, and see what's going on. I want to make sure these front fans light up. It's unclear to me that how they're connected. And it's clean. Thanks. Redragon, the only brand you need to buy from. Thermalright cooler. Hey, hey. You know what? I didn't pick the parts on this one. It's a 9700 XT, 32 gigabytes of RAM, RTX 5070, gigabyte B650 motherboard, LandCool 216 case. MSI Mag A750GL power supply. Correct. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can see it right through the mesh. Nice. Bought one for a budget build. Decent PSU, little loud. Ah, well, again, I didn't pick the parts. Best of luck to the user. I'm going to put everything back into the power supply box. So let's see here. Putting stuff into the CPU cooler, but it's not big enough. Price is right. Bought one for a budget build, decent PCU. Oh, how much were they actually? Curious to know that. The power supply. $90. Love the bags to come with. Yes, I do like that. Maybe a little less. Hmm. At that price, I'm gonna get one that I know that I like. That's pretty decent. Non-modular, unfortunately, but it is an 800 watt unit, 80 plus gold. The Apivia Prestige, the one good unit they make. The thing they make it is it's already a stretch, and it's $65. I thought they were a meme. Only one of their units get the Apivia Prestige, 800 watt, 80 plus gold. Just that one. Maybe the 600 watt Prestige too, but might as well just get the 800. It's $10 more than the other one. I'm gonna leave the Wi-Fi antennas out to hand to him, so he doesn't lose them in the box. Staring at an XPG Core Reactor 850 watt. Came with the bag and a waifu sticker. That's where the value's at. Yep. Generic waifu or licensed or something like that. Official. Okay. Let's get to test booting. Generic mascot waifu. Oh. I need to open the window. I'm getting hot in here. Hey, is YouTube acting weird? It looks fine to me. I'm getting an error over there on the studio. I do see it acting weird. Not dropping any frames over there. Must be YouTube acting up because I got 0 drop frames when the focus changes or high movement. Weird. Yeah, I see it happening. Just doesn't make sense. No, I'm only giving it like 7,000 bit rate. That's low. Okay, I'll turn the bit rate down. See if that helps. Okay, cool. So let's bust out some stuff to begin a test boot. Some hot post action. Ooh, we're minutes away from some hot post action. Dude, this motherboard even has a PS2 port. Nowadays, that's getting pretty rare. I have mousing area. You guys can see the PC. Power cable for the PC. Let's get the vintage for sure. Yeah. Okay, and now I need to get portable monitor over here. Soft flicker from the PC. PSU is primed. Yeah, it was in the on position. Let's get the monitor primed. Okay, the monitor. You guys can't really see the monitor, unfortunately. It's there. We'll see right now. Let's go. Interesting. Oh, there goes the RGB. There we are. All right. Let's see a post over here. Boom, baby. Let's see. Let me see if I can get you guys to see it too. There we are. Now we can all see it. We're going to reset the FTPM. We got to get back into BIOS. There it is. BIOS has been reset. Time to run some configuration. Okay, what are we going to do here? I need advanced BIOS. I don't like this. This mode, please. Thank you. That's some tasteful RGB. Nice big turtle. Exactly. For sure. Okay. All cores. Precision boosted overdrive. We have to enable that. What? Enhancement. I don't know anything about enhancement. 90 level 1, 80 level 1, 80 level 2, 90 level 4. What? Okay, that's nice. Advanced CPU settings. Core performance boost. SVM. Don't know what that is. Precision boost overdrive. That's all. I want that on enabled, and that's it. That's all I want to do. Let's do the Expo profile. This is FlareX. It should have Expo. Yep, it does. Sounds like Curve Optimizer. Yeah, kinda. Okay, but because it is FlareX, I'm going to go with Expo instead of XMP, and that looks correct for what I remember seeing on it. Everything else, we're pretty much leaving alone. Platform power, leave that alone. I/O ports, leave that alone. Resize bar enabled. Above 4G decoding enabled. PC audio controllers on. Integrated graphics. I'm gonna force it to enabled because I don't want it getting disabled. You know what I mean? If it can help with something, I want to force it to be enabled. Super IO. That's USB. NVMe. It recognizes it. We're good there. Network stack, disabled, perfect. 2.5 gig Ethernet, I like it. It's got F31 BIOS. What was the BIOS earlier that we needed? F30, perfect. System date 416, not yet, it's not 416. It's still 415 right now. It's just 2356. Yes, sample support disabled. Right, secure boot enabled. Managed to run 6400 MT. The F clock. Wow, basically God bent. Dude, what an F clock. Wouldn't you want it double 2133 so you have perfect half split? Because that would be, I can't add. I guess it doesn't matter because the 6400 is so much faster. I'm still thinking DDR4 and Ryzen 5 5900X. Secure boot is enabled. Good. I want to save this as a profile. File saved. Precision Boost Overdrive enabled, Expo enabled, integrate graphics forced on. Let's see it take. Yes and no. 332 is sort of the ratio, but bigger number better. Yeah. Especially if the closer you get to that next ratio, huh? So if you had, let's say, 2133 at 3x, let's see. You need RAM at 6400, which is what you did. Dude, nice. Okay, right back to BIOS because there's no OS. Now it's time to crack open Windows. We built it. We were in BIOS. Did a couple of optimizations. Do they give you a flash drive or is it just a license key and that's it? Because for as much as it costs, they should include. Oh, they do. I haven't seen that before. This is the license here? It is. I just have my installer and I call it a day. Oh. P code? Neat. It's a cool, look at this. I've never seen that. Like, when's the last time anybody, those of us who built PCs have bought like legit Windows? Yeah, that guy. Neato. Okay. Boot override. Well, don't know what boot override is on these guys, so is it F12? It was F12. Haha. Boot to that flash drive. So far, this computer's not very loud either. The big fans in the front probably helpful to that. Okay. Yep, English, install Windows 11. Next, enter the product key. All right. You guys can't see this. Don't look at my keyboard. Don't look at it. I already messed it up. The overhead camera angle, though, I know. You know what? Fine. bitchin'. Retail Windows, right? That's what I said. And I'm glad they do include the flash drive because it would have been absolute horseshit if they didn't. Okay, let's delete everything off of this thing. This is different than what I'm used to with the just generic Windows USBs that I make. How proper, right? Well, I guess 1.8 terabyte, that's it. Disk 0. Let's go. Next. Install Windows 11. Keep nothing. Correct. And I'm pretty sure this isn't even 24H2. Like, it's still going to need updates. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I haven't done a retail Windows install in ages. It's always just been media creation, followed by putting a key, if I ever put a key. While Windows installs, I have to use the restroom, so I will be right back. I'm gonna get some water too and check on some things for just a few minutes. You guys can watch Windows install while I'm away. One of the CPU fans is it's making a weird noise. Strange. The one that I added. Really don't like the noise that it's making. It's the point where if it keeps making it while I install stuff, I'm probably gonna take it out. Like, it's bad. Just like a whine. Oh yeah, I'll probably do a BIOS update then. No, it's like a whining sound. Maybe it's a harmonic, but like you'd hear, it's just like, and it's just super off-putting. But I'll be right back. I use the restroom. For the pull fan on the core, I'd use some foam to make a bigger gap between the fan and the heatsink. Help with the noise my burst assassin. I'll probably just remove it. Thank you though. It's a good suggestion for future reference. All right, let's get this configured. No internet connection. Shoot, what's the ubi command? Actually, can I do the new ubi command? Let's see. Shift F10. Thank you. Oh, nice. There we go. It's a little different here, but I like it. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, that I can hear it through my headphones. Is the RGB of the CPU fan flickering? Huh, that's weird. Broke something. Can't hear my music anymore. Oh, I muted something. Okay. Yeah, I see the flickering. Something I'll deal with when I remove the back fan. You know, I tried. It is what it is. Gigabyte Control Center. I could do that. Use that to do the BIOS update actually right now. Waiting for connection. Never mind. Okay, now I can throw it on my Wi-Fi. Right, you know what? I'm gonna just turn it off before I move on with it. Okay, now I'll remove that back fan. Then we'll call it. Let's see. That works too. Huh? It sure does. Crappy part with that is that means I now also have to unmanage some of the cable. So is that a jar of Vegemite Marmite on your desk? Yes, it is. Leftover from the PC building stream I did with Peter from AVGA, Mired Media. Amazing. Why? It's kind of a torture redeem if we hit the Plinko. And it takes 50 bits on Twitch to do the Plinko or some amount of, I don't know, super chat, I guess, over on the YouTube side of things. But I don't want to do it right now because it's so funny that it's so recognizable. True, yeah. But I don't want to do any of that right now because it'll make noise and I don't want to wake my wife. got it all disconnected. I'm gonna wire manage the stock fan it came with. The cables on that stock fan are too short, so it's causing me problems trying to pull it through. I think I got it. Guess you live to find another fight, Mr. Fan. I want to get the clips out though. Okay. One clip out. Okay, cool. Okie dokie. Let's just hanging out unprotected. For you, now I can do this with you. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture for the guy. Taking a picture of the wire management. That's something people never do. Good old Gigabyte and how slow their RGB comes on. I expect life the second I touch it. Do personalize. Gigabyte Control Center. Sure. Now we can install that. Do a dark theme. Failed to download file. Okay. If you say so. Themes. I need desktop icons. Thank you. Computer users files. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted. Put this PC. Recycle bin. That's the order that I like. RGB is happy now. Yeah, it didn't like that extra fan. Not at all. Drive. Wait, which version of Windows did it install? Oh, it did install 24H2. Wow. That is a little shocking to me, if you ask me. Add remove programs. Let's get rid of OneDrive. Some other stuff in here I want to uninstall. Feedback Hub. Nope. Bye. 365 doesn't need to be on there. Bing search. Get out of here. Edge stuff can stay. News. Get out of here. I don't need you taking up precious resources. OneDrive can go. Teams is auto installed. Ugh. Gross. Outlook new. Gross. I'm sad that 24H2 took away my favorite quick test app for typing, WordPad. Now all we have is Notepad. I like WordPad better. Weather unneeded. We'll Google it. Okay, rest of it looks like it can stay. Copilot. I can uninstall Copilot. I'll leave it. Okay, downloading stuff. Display driver for the GPU, the iGPU. Teams old, Teams new. Teams almost working. Outlook old, Outlook new. I hate it. Yeah, my work is dealing with all that, man. And Teams needs an update, and then you open it and you update it, and then you have two Teams on the computer. Oh, and then you click the wrong one and ask for an update, and it just installs the other one, and then you end up clicking the wrong one, and it just keeps going over and over again. One of the first things to do is move the taskbar stuff. So I used to do that, but I'm comfortable with it now in the middle too. Like my main computer is still Windows 10. Work computer is 11, and my laptop is 11, and my side PC is 11. It doesn't matter to me. We'll get the driver for the graphics card. Nope, that's not what I want. I meant to put NVIDIA drivers. Team left start button. I'm on both. As you can see, I'm on both. I do both. Alright, product category. GeForce. Not notebooks, 50 series. 5070, not the TI. Just a 5070. Windows 11. 5070, Windows 11. Perfect. Okay. Boom. Game ready driver. Download. Yeah, with no antennas, I'm not getting great speeds, but it's working. Working good enough. Let's get a couple of other ones to go. That Discord got discord.com. How long ago did they do that? Download for Windows. Steam. I'll be right back. So, I hear something outside. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Windows installed. Fuck. Sorry. Updated display driver already? Not quite. Not quite yet. Oh, what else was I gonna download? Steam. Let's start with the graphics driver. Oh, you know what I should do? Should be best practice for me. Is a .NET framework all apps? No, it was Visual Studio apps. The all-in-one. Because you never know when stuff needs that. Perform clean install. There we go. Theme setup. It's funny that their installer still looks like the old one. Chipset driver, especially if it's dual CCD AMD chip. Not sure specs. It's a 9700X. Also, Phil, welcome. Yeah, 9700X, 32 gigs RAM, RTX 5070, B650. I don't think the B650s use a platform driver like the X570 days, but I did see Windows itself recognize the iGPU of the 9700X and download the driver for it. So that'll be good enough for me, especially since we have the 5070 as the primary anyways. Steam's installed. Yes, the BIOS. Yes, sir. Only really need for dual CCD and X3D chips, really. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, not a big deal in this case here, fortunately. Okay, now we have a driver. Yes, we do. Okay, close. Discord. MD B6B does have a chipset driver. You can install, but not required. Ah, okay. I'm good with the whatever Windows updates gets as long as there's nothing additional. But I'll usually the way I do it is I let Windows grab whatever it can, manually download graphics drivers and a few miscellaneous apps like Steam and Discord, and then I will at that point I will look at Device Manager, see if there's any chipset drivers needing any attention, and then go from there. Visual. Okay, so the all apps. I need to extract this. The bench. Administrator. B650, X570E, B850 are all still Promontory 21 chipset. So you just get interleaving enhancements to dual CCD. Makes sense though. Nice case to have got the Lanley 207 turning up later. Nice. Yeah. all the parts were picked by somebody at Micro Center for a guy that I know through someone else. He didn't know anything about computers really. He just wanted a gaming computer. Went to Micro Center. He said, "Hey, I have this much money. What can I get?" And they picked out these parts. The 5070 he got for $539. For some reason, it was listed as is and discounted from $599 to $539. They did a pretty good job with the part selection, I think. He just didn't know how to build it, but he did install the CPU and RAM, so good on him for that. Nice. Hey, Dads, welcome. Hello, question knowledgeable about gaming PCs. What would you recommend for OC to play a PC to play Rust, Scum, GTA 5? Basic specs, I'd be like a 60 class GPU or like a 7700 XT Radeon or better. I mean, you can get away with low specs for that stuff, honestly. Scum might be okay. GTA 5, of course, add low specs and play GTA 5. Rust, like, it's once you get to add-ons and expansions and all sorts of mods like that, then that's when it becomes kind of a bigger deal. But you don't need too much money, so it's like a $500 PC can play all that at 1080p. So can a 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or $1,000 PC. So present me some options and I give you some feedback. And if you want to talk more about it, do ! support over there on Twitch where you're at, and join our Discord and we can talk about it more there. And if you don't want to build, there are also really good choices in pre-builts, and you want to check out a guy named Braithorn. Any recommendations on brand? Well, the different brands make all the different components on the computer. Thank you, Ryu. So if you're thinking just a whole computer ready to go, I like Skytech Gaming. They're probably my favorite pre-built brand. And then pretty much any of the PCs they offer can play what you want. So it's just a matter of how much you want to spend. Okay, I got the main stuff that I wanted done. Let's do a reboot to get some stuff out of the way here. Update, restart. This will game. Oh yeah, for sure. Want to buy a pre-built? Yeah. Check out Braithorn. Like, I'm partial to Skytech, and Braithorn likes them very much as well. But he's on YouTube and he streams. And look up that name, Braithorn, on YouTube, and you'll find videos to cover pre-builts and all sorts of price brackets that can do what you're looking for. Yeah, Braithorn. He's rated the channel a few times. Thank you, Ryu. There's the link. If you want to talk about it more, again, follow the link tree up there. Join our Discord. Welcome to chat with you about PC parts, choices, pre-built choices, and all sorts of stuff on there. Braithorn's another like small YouTuber who does this kind of stuff, but his focus is pre-builts. Damn, I'm almost out of time here. I gotta go to sleep. Okay, we're gonna do the BIOS and then we're done. Gigabyte Command Center or Control Center, that'll do it. Turn off a bunch of the stuff from starting right when Windows starts. I see Skytech Archangel for 450 near me used. What are the specs? Archangel is like a, think of like how Toyota calls their cars Camry, and every year or every so often the parts in it change. The engine is different, makes different power, stuff like that. So they have the Archangel, but what parts are in it? If they list it out in that listing, you just list it here. Alright, Gigabyte Control Center is installed. I will probably been after this. And then it gives advice for pre-builts on Twitch. Gotta fill out form. Yes, that too. Doesn't have a Hemi. State center. See, look, because I don't like this because it wants to install Norton Internet Security. The only thing what we really want is maybe RGB Fusion. And that's pretty much it. BIOS. Wait, it only goes to F32? Let's see. Gigabyte. $650 Gaming AX. P2. Support. Why isn't BIOS here? CPU support fact BIOS. Newest BIOS is not a small log at 300. Doesn't have a Hemi. Well, nice build, mate. Looks clean. Enjoy sleep. Take it easy. Hey, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hope to see you around the stream sometime. Thanks for stopping by. Copying the Discord link in YouTube gives a huge URL. Oh shoot. Rough. If you're hanging out there, can you just drop a Discord invite, a fresh one, into YouTube chat, please? Okay, F1, F33. Oh, okay. So the Gigabyte Support Center F33 is correct. No, F32. Gotta copy the BIOS over to my flash drive. It's alright, I figured it out. Nice, thank you. Ryzen 5 3600, GeForce 1660, Gigabyte 3000. It only has 8 gigabytes of DDR4. Like, it's a fine system for 450 bucks, and it will play those games, but it's kind of dated. So, I guess the real question then is, what's your maximum budget? So, program, Gigabyte Control Center, do not want. Do want is the RGB control for it. No budget, not trying to spend used car money. I mean, you know, we're not talking, you're not going to get a used car for, let's say you double that and you get a much better computer. You're not going to get used car for 900 bucks. I mean, maybe, but it'd be really shitty. But you'd get a way better computer. I want to redeem the channel point entry that UFD Music is going to take forever. What do you mean you don't want to redeem them? Like, you don't want to keep that stream up? Because it's just like they put the dates out so far? Utility. I just want the RGB one. RGB lighting, firmware upgrade, no. Oh, where's RGB? What's the gigabyte RGB? Gigabyte RGB fusion? Can you just let me download it, please? Thank you. Like a few grand. I'm willing to spend $1,000, but not sure what to look for. Computers I can use for browsing. And again, so Brea Thorn does streams. You can always get in a list and ask him, or you can watch his YouTube channel. He posts plenty of videos on all these things. If you look at SkyTech Gaming on Amazon and Best Buy, you will also find computers around that price range, maybe. No, he has channel point redeemed for extra entries, but because it's through Twitch, it's one at a time. Yikes. Forget it then. We'll just raw dog the entries without any extras. CPU RGB is flickering. I'm trying to install the RGB control software, so maybe that'll fix it. Color cycle, that's it. Well, to go to color cycle, what the heck? Back to normal? Yeah, just needed the software, I'm sure. But like, do I have to click the motherboard? LED. Because it has two RGB controllers. But can I just sync mode? That's it. Color cycle, done. It's not actually color cycling. So if I told it off. Like, what's the problem here? Something hijacking the RGB signal? Yeah. Maybe a reboot will help, but I'm going to reboot into a BIOS flash. So let's do that. Here's the BIOS. Bottom Q flash F8. Update BIOS. B650 Gaming AX V2. Let's just make sure. Gaming X AX V2. Perfect. Okay. Maybe this will also help. What are you doing on the PC right now? I am optimizing the BIOS. Well, we're doing a BIOS update, so this is the part of the computer, like this stuff that would happen on a factory floor, if they even do it. So it's stuff that you wouldn't have to worry about. But if you were to build your own computer and you wanted to do stuff to improve compatibility, maybe fix a few issues. BIOS updates usually the thing that you'd want to do. But if everything is working fine and you're having no issues, it's one of those things like don't fix it if it ain't broke. So BIOS is like integrated control of the motherboard. And updating that helps everything just possibly work better. Doesn't mean it will. But security fixes get taken care of that way. The way that the memory sticks interact with a computer can become more stable through these kinds of updates, that sort of thing. Yeah, like a driver's update, very similar. This new rig is running great, 5070 with the 5700 X3D, top notch. How much was this build? I don't know exactly. The guy gave, I was given the parts to assemble. That's all. The graphics card by itself was $540. Motherboard was probably $200. Power supply was probably $90. I mean, it's probably a $1,500 computer, but it can handle everything. Did your smart as in you got a new one, or you just applied like a security update or OS update or something? Good, but skill issue. Yeah, that's the problem. How much would that build cost if I purchased it in a store? A pre-built like this would probably cost like $1,800. You can have a look. We'll look at my phone here while this is updating. Let's look at Amazon. Skytech 5070. Literally this computer here, almost. The Skytech King 95 9700X, same processor, RTX 5070, same graphics card, 1 terabyte SSD, that's half as much as the one that's in this one, 32 gigabyte RAM, DDR6000, same thing, 850 watt power supply, close enough. Better cooler. This is listed at $1,899, so like $1,900 there. May not be the only one. Now if I just type Skytech gaming PC on Amazon, it's not bad. That's why I like Skytech. They have one for $749 with the RTX 3050. Definitely do not recommend it. 4060. No, let's go a little better possibly. Skytech Shadow has a 4060 at $1,249. We have a Joel. No. Come on, give me something better than a 4060. 1029. What do you have? Probably a 4060. Yep. 1419. So less than $1,500. And has a 4070, but has a 5700X. Kind of a dated CPU. Oh, 1649. You get a 7700X Ryzen, RTX 5070. This is, there you go, less than $1,800, and you get one with this. It's basically this computer. Here, the Twitch and post it for you. Steam, please don't start up with Windows every time. Let's go to startup. Startup apps, average disable, 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 Why is Team still in there? Pretty sure I uninstalled it. And now I buy before he does. Yoink. Which 3050? The bad one or the badder one? Oh my goodness. Okay. RGB Fusion, you are allowed to run on startup. There you are. But I still see no color cycle happening. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Let me see. I clicked here. Static. If I pick one specific one and I go off, doesn't. Yeah, something is definitely hijacking the RGB. Couldn't tell you what. That's a little crazy. Reset switch. I was just looking at that, but I don't think so because I even connected the RGB splitter that's on there to the motherboard. Dodger Dog, what's up? Just wanted to connect it to a Raspberry Pi. Manually set it in the BIOS. I do believe I can. Reset switch. Let me just have a look at that because that said, we're pretty much done. There's an unknown device. Hold on a second. Okay, what is it? Solve the problem. Thanks, I sold it. It's a chipset driver. Okay. 650 chipset driver. 11. But my first PC, 4070 Ti Super 7700X. Beast. Congratulations. Did it go well? Was there any struggle? Or did you do a lot of studying beforehand and it all went decently okay? Google PCI. Now I usually go to the hardware ID and device manager on that device, and usually gets me there. BIOS flasher, the 512 megabyte flash drive. USB 2.0 blinks on the end to know that there's activity. It's my favorite. Okay. Chipset. Cool. Restarting. Let's check out the BIOS real quick. Having a couple issues. Fans coming on and going off intermittently every 5 seconds. Figure out how to change the RGB color on the Corsair Vengeance RAM and get rid of IQ after I do it. Get rid of any Corsair RGB lighting control, and then or any lighting control of any specific one device on the computer, and download something called Signal RGB, and see if that helps with your RGB synchronization of everything. It's pretty good about that. As far as your fans, you want to check. Maybe there's like a performance tab for your fans in your BIOS, like where I'm at right now. So option search. I want to search for RGB. No match found. Yeah, okay, advanced mode. Where's the RGB? Data the BIOS, which means I probably have to do the Expo again. Yeah, I do. Well, Precision boost overdrive enhancement. No, that's fine. The TBS, no AMD overclocking, accept. Precision boost overdrive enabled. Now I just need to find the RGB thing. Where would that be? Nothing more awesome than BIOS flashback and not naming the ROM file. So apparently the malware I downloaded on Overwolf got me $10 Steam card from a giveaway. Now I have a chance to win them at low cost. What? Oh, jeez. I will give it a shot here. Good things about. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Where the RGB settings are. Settings, platform power, maybe. Size bar enabled. Above budget card. Gigabyte utilities download. Turn that off. IO, network stack. I was gonna build in the same case as you right now, but Black Friday and Christmas time they were sold out. Dang it. LEDs and system power on. Say on. Sleep off. Yes. Addressable LED strip. It's on auto or enhance. Reset switch. Set this button to hard reset. Okay. Addressable LED strip. Do I set it to enhance? It doesn't really tell me like what that does. Try it. Save this as a profile because it's stock. You don't want the strip? You don't want to run standard ARGB on the strip connector? Oh, okay, well, I'll go and turn it off right now. Yeah, I don't see any setting in here for, like, look, I get an RGB right now outside of Windows. Something in, oh, you know what? Windows lighting control was a thing. I wonder if that's kicked in. We'll turn that setting off real quick. And it doesn't say anything else about RGB that I could find, so I want to save this now. Damn, Ryu, what the heck? How did it get you that? Like, what is... I don't understand. Okay, then when we get to Windows, what happens? They turn blue. Right. Change lighting, colors, brightness, and effects. Gigabyte device. Use dynamic lighting on my devices. Compatible apps in the foreground always control lighting. Nah, dude. Nah, dude. Yeah, that's the Windows lighting control. I could actually just tell it rainbow on Windows and uninstall Gigabyte Fusion though. Honey, dude, let's do that. Rainbow. Hey, there we go. Sweet. Now I can uninstall Gigabyte Fusion. Let's go, baby. MSI locked out Windows from controlling their shit. Apparently MSI only has their controls through software. I mean, I on Windows 10 on my computer, which is Gigabyte, lighting control is through my RGB Fusion software. That's why I need to download it. It doesn't really do addressable the same way, but whatever. If I can do lighting control shortcut on the desktop, because there's no like you won't know to go to it. The gradient. Not really sure what gradient does, but I turned it on. Wave is like a pulse. ASRock has software. It doesn't play nice with G-Skill software. Wish we could just get truly. Yeah, I agree. First time Windows Dynamic Lighting doing something, right? Isn't that crazy? Got an ad for an app called Lutopia for horror. So like, ooh, what's that? Download it and it gives you points when you play. Like, at least I can get it. Oh, okay, okay. They don't really do that much. Breathing. Wheel. Whatever. Rainbow. That's pretty cool. But I'd like a shortcut to it. Is what it is. Okay, cool. We're good. Check device manager. Completely good here. Actually, let me double check on the integrated graphics. Radeon and 5070, perfect. Okay. I have to enter it last hour. Not that crazy. Odds are only were like 8, 9 people max entered. Dude, sick. Anger points. Need a piece of tape to cover the motherboard outputs. Shit. I'm out of tape. Motherboard outputs are covered up. No mistakes. Looks like we're done. It's going straight to the Power Ranger fund or the Ninja Gaiden fund where they set a damn date. Yes, yes, yes. Ninja Gaiden. Okay, cool. Wish we could just get it. Yep. That's crazy. I even remembered about dynamic lighting. We've done it, my friends. We've built another computer. Okay. With that said, I'm done. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get to work, get up for work in a few hours. So that's kind of lame. But if you guys like roguelites, colored hair, and cool people, you will love where I'm sending you. Thank you all for being here. For you. Thank you. Yehonatan, Dodger Dog. Best of luck with your computer build and any of the stuff. Rolling up. Ades. Best of luck finding yourself a good computer for a decent price. I think I linked you a pretty good option. Phil McEvent, thanks for stopping in. First timer over on this side of town. Verret. Lethal. Zalman with the raid. Yoshi was in the house. Also Yoshi with the Mired raid. Thank you, Jacob, for that. Dogcoin was in here earlier. Good stuff. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, I'll figure it out for you tomorrow. Hopefully, thanks for the advice and stream. No problem. Always happy to help. Feel free to join our Discord over on YouTube. I forgot about you guys. Spittlebug, thank you for hanging out. Ryu, thanks for modding over there as well. We had Robert Fixit stopping in as well. MMA holes. Yeah. Good times. Congrats. I hope the person who built the fort likes it. I hope he does as well. All right. Well, I'm gonna send you guys over to Has Agent. So YouTube peeps, get on over to Has. I would very much appreciate it. Tell him hello. Tell him Chris says hello, and the rest of you guys, I'll hit you with the raid. We guys are getting. Oh yeah, Dodger Dog, you're already over there. Damn. That's funny. We were just drinking on Saturday. You missed it. You missed a good one. We had stuff from Minnesota. We drank a little mini Borg jug. It was times. So say hi to Brando. He's trying to leave, but I got to get him first.
Still chatting. You want to go to him?